now to talk about this is Christine Flowers, an attorney and columnist for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Christine, thanks for being here.
Hi, Derek. Great to be with you.
Hi to you. So, how about it? Is President Trump starting to humble himself politically with these reversals?
You know what? The thing is, President Trump is a character unique that we have really never seen before in the Oval Office. He's very instinctual. He doesn't really think through carefully, I believe, his statements. As I said, he's very instinctual. He likes to go with his gut. And that causes problems sometimes when you realize that your first instinct was not your best instinct. So I do think that a lot of the problems that he's having right now is his impetuous nature. With respect to the G7 at the Doral in Florida, the optics of that were bad from the very beginning. I'm really not sure what kind of counsel he was getting, but with all the talk about the emoluments clause and problems with respect to his children still being involved in the family business, that was never something that should have been considered. Whether or not the president was going to give those services for free, he's still going to get the benefit of the publicity, despite what he says about needing the publicity. He loves the publicity. And there really was no upshot to that. Camp David is designed for that.
But you call it problems. I would say it's confusion. I mean, these back and forths. And on the G7 at a Trump property, you say the optics were bad from the beginning, but still the president wanted to do it.
He did want to do it. And the problems are really caused for the people who surround the president, as we saw with Mick Mulvaney, trying to clean up after the president. The president will sort of make the mess, and then the staff has to fix it. And, with Mulvaney, the whole idea of, Mulvaney actually caused his own problem by getting into the whole quid pro quo issue. And, I took 4 years of Latin, Derek, and I have heard the phrase quid pro quo more often in the last 3 weeks than I did in, 4 years of studying.
So let's talk about that, though. I mean, that's another reversal here where the president and the Trump administration said there was no quid pro quo when in actuality there was, even though there's a denial there. So is that an attempt to appease the Republican base?
Quid pro quo is not a bad thing. You do something for me, I do something for you. It's what is the nature of the quid pro quo that's problematic. And the president has consistently denied that the quid pro quo, the something that he wanted to be done for him in order to give the foreign aid to the Ukraine, was investigation of whatever kind of, foreign interference there was in the 2016 election. That is problematic. He always said that there wasn't that connection, that nexus. And then Mick Mulvaney comes out and basically says on film, there was a quid pro quo, and that's normally done. That's, and he was kind of brushing people off. So I find that to be very problematic because, you have your acting chief of staff out there saying, we did this, and you yourself are saying, no, there was no quid pro quo.
Well, Christine, it looks like we're going to see more of this because, as you said, it's kind of the nature of who President Trump is. We'll watch for it. Christine Flowers, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Dara.